Hey everybody, it's Nick with Hop and Crow Creations. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. I am coming to you today just to do a little crafting using the glue stick that I found at the Dollar Tree the other day. I have never seen these before, so I was quite intrigued, so I picked up two. It's the Aleene's Premium Quality DIY Craft Industrial Strength Glue Stick. So I want to give that a try and see what I think about it. I did get some a while back of the Aleene's tacky glue sticks. I didn't like them when I first got them, but it's starting to grow on me. It seems to be working a little bit better than when I first got it. But it always worries me with glue stick, whether it's going to hold and for how long. So let's give this a try. It's got a good tack to it. All right, so I just have a junk mail envelope and some of the digitals that I created last year, Christmas things. I want to just decorate this envelope, really just to see how well this glue stick works. So just going to be cutting and seeing how we can get it to go. Now, as you can tell, I've already messed up this here. So we will go ahead and just kind of stick that down. And cross our fingers. Still have glue on my desk from when I was working on something else. Probably what I will do is just make an opening on one of the sides. I do like that, but I'm going to end up covering it, I believe, anyway. I'm just using some of the scraps that I have. Okay, so that looks good. I probably do want to use some distress ink because I do like having the edges inked on things. This is from a music book that was my mom's. Maybe do a little layering that way. And let's just cut this out by hand. It's not going to be perfect. That's okay too. Okay, so let's just ink these. If you like my little dauber there, it was a handle or a spindle of some kind. At one time it was in my mom's stuff and I just thought it would be a great little dauber. Well, not little, but it's a good dauber. Need to go ahead. This is going to be too long, so you can tell. But but I may go ahead and just fold it over. This is a slick page too, so I'll be interested in seeing how well the glue stick holds this down. A nice little fold there. Might as well add some grunge to it. And of course, let's not forget to grunge our envelope. I need to change out my sponge. Let's go ahead and do the back side as well. I don't know about y'all, but I can't hardly believe that it is already halfway through November. It's been a fast-moving year. Definitely need to change the sponge. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just kind of hit my windows as well here. I don't know if I'll keep them in view or not. I may cover them, but we shall see. A little bit of, a little bit of a show right there. Then we'll have that. And then that. Okay. I'm going to use this scrap piece of paper here. And this is cute too. Now I don't know. It's mostly going to be covered up anyway, so yeah, we'll just do that. Oh, that's sticky. All right, let's see. I'm just going to burnish that. Hold on just one second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to deal with the kitty. Anyway, I just burnished this down. It seems to have a really good grip on it. I'm actually quite excited this glue is going to work well. Probably just going to leave a little bit of this outer edge to cover up top. Just burnish that down. Yeah, that grabs pretty quick. Might be the glue stick form of art glitter glue. It grabs really fast. Of course, these are scraps. They're not cut even, and I'm not going to really worry about it. Yeah, I'm definitely impressed with this so far. This one is not a scrap. This is just a whole print. We may just cover the back with that, more or less. Let's see. Probably want to keep this Merry Christmas. So we'll try to keep this one straight. As straight as I can anyway. So what are you guys crafting for Christmas? I'm working on a journal. I just taken a moment to try this glue on this envelope to see how well it works. Okay, so that's going to work good there. Could definitely Dickens isn't going to come all the way out, but maybe we could use this date. It's not going to be super straight. Making myself nervous now. Is what it is, right? So if we have that, and just have that kick over. I want to use this whole date. December 17th is my dad's birthday. So definitely want to use that. So let's go ahead and do this first. Get my little glue paper here. It seems to dry fast too. I haven't looked yet to see if this is available like on Amazon or anywhere. So this is actually the first time I've ever seen it. So now this will overlap here some, and that's fine. Or I say it's fine. I actually don't want to do that. So roughly, we'll cut it right there. Again, me cutting with scissors, especially when my trimmers have been acting weird this week. Kind of getting amped up. Still can't take my medicine for that, so just deal with it as they come. Also, let me show you. You can get these at the Dollar Tree. Matter of fact, I used to have one at work or something. This is one I guess from Walmart, and it was in my mom's stuff. And I'm keeping it on my desk now. It's handy dandy. I don't know why whatever did my other one. I may have given it to my daughter. But it is quite handy on the desk. This is thinner, so it's going to leave a little bit of an edge. I got a little bit of a gap right there. Just where these pages aren't even either. But I'm really liking it so far. Let's see. I'm going to do that and go ahead and just fold it over. I can get a grip on it. I like crafting with the junk mail envelopes. Do you guys like doing that? I see a lot of videos on Instagram and YouTube with them. I enjoy it a lot. Here's just a little bit of like an address. Let's try to cut this as straight as possible. Fingers. I got a little too thin. That's okay, and I think I'll leave that because I actually did get some stamps, Tim Holtz stamps, the Tiny Tidbits, a couple weeks ago, and I haven't really used them but once or twice, so we got some good ones in it. So we can even decorate a little bit with our stamps. I think I might actually leave that little gap right there. Yeah, so far I'm not seeing any lift on these. I'm really, really, really liking this glue, y'all. Okay, so there's a little bit of a name here. And then I think we're going to cut right there for sure. I have my small trimmer in my little set of drawers here, but sometimes I really struggle to see where the lines are on it. So. try using this one. And that actually might not be a bad strip to use there too, because we don't have to cover all of this. All right, so let's ink this one. And this digital is on my Ko-Fi, which is in my link tree on my profile here. So you can get these on my Ko-Fi. They're free. And we'll just fold the excess over once we get it where we want it. Just gonna leave that little gap there. Wow, this is like very, very sticky. I can already tell you, I'm a fan. I am a fan of this glue. This is another, I had 2 of these pages printed off, so. It'll be too much. Da, da, da. Might actually just alright, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so I do have this that has them around the Christmas tree that can go right there. So I think I am going to cut that. And it looks like it's going to be roughly the theme. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. I had to help my daughter. Alright, so let's go ahead and ink this up. I don't know about y'all, but I have been very tired today. And done a lot of yawning. Excuse me. I think this has a consistency almost like honey. I know that sounds weird, but okay. Then I have this little bitty piece here. I could do that. Let me try to make a semi-straight cut. You guys know it's not going to be straight, right? But it doesn't matter. It's close. All right. may hear quite a bit of noise in the background. My husband's in the living room watching TV, and my grandson's in there gaming. Yeah, this grabs really fast. Okay. I think I just want to save these and glue into some cardstock. Make journal cards. So, let's kind of look here and see. Just kind of measuring out here. I'm going to make this for like the inside. I'm never usually very precise on measurements. I'm more of an eyeball person for sure. Generally because I lose my measurement when I do it. That's pretty bad, isn't it? I've lost it already. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. It's been a long week full of Mondays. And of course, I'm gonna make it, probably just go ahead and do just a little shy. Another pretty scrap to use. Okay. And this one. Don't have a larger cutter. I need one. Let's see how it is going to fit. And almost be perfect. Obviously, it's not that straight. So let's trim it up just a little bit. If we can. I don't know about y'all, but that still looks very off to me. Just going to try and trim that a little bit. Maybe it's just how I'm perceiving it. No, it's definitely off. Okay, well, first, let's do this. Let's cut off the end so that we can open it. Marvin Martian, he's my hero. I really want to go just as small as possible. Oh, well, it definitely ended up, when I glued the thing down, I glued it to the inside good, and it held pretty well. So let's just see. I would say it's going to have to go much smaller. Okay. I went with the outside measurement. That's why it's too big. But no biggie, because we're just going to... trying to make sure that everything even Stevens. Perfect. Not going to worry about doing the edges. With ink because you're not going to see them, but I am going to run some glue. Because I don't want it moving around when I'm putting stuff in there. There we go. Just got to fiddle with it a minute. I'm just going to kind of burnish it so it kind of lies down in there. Okay. So I am starting to see some lift here. I'm disappointed. I was so excited. Well, well, well. Otherwise, though, it's looking pretty good. And where I trimmed this edge, I may not have had good coverage on that. I'm going to go with the benefit of the doubt, because everywhere else seems to be holding up fairly well. So we shall see. I might call that user error. Because everything else seems to be holding. I really hope so, because so far I really like it. The truth's going to come out when we go to bend it, because you know what? I'm probably going to do that. Maybe. I don't think I want this side cut open. Anyway, let's see. What does this get for us? Pretty much almost coverage entirely. So let's clean this up. Let's see if we can make it a little bit straighter. But we will go ahead and do the edges. Probably what I'll do is just cover this. Make sure I get these edges really well. And get a good coat inside so the paper goes down well. Hopefully we'll be able to take our bending it. I glue all over my fingers. Kind of maneuver it around a little bit. Okay, it's down. We'll just have to go with those gaps. But we want to burnish it. I'm telling you, it grabs really fast. We do have some over. That's okay. So I'm just going to do this. Now, if you're more into measuring and being more precise than I am, you probably won't have this issue. Sometimes I just like seeing where the wind will take me. It'll take you to trimming and re-inking. That's where I'll take you. All right, I'm going to give that a second to dry well. Okay, so I was working on bending. I had an idea of maybe just taking some glitter. I have the gold stars and silver moons, and just making like a shaker pocket out of this side. But I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want anything in this part either, just here. But I need to actually see if I can get it to bend a little differently than where it's wanting to. It's right outside that pocket. And I do have some lift where this is bending, so glue stick is great. But I do think it's a thing it doesn't want to take the stress of a fold like that. So we're just going to do that. I actually really want it to fold here. But that's where the paper wants to go, so that's where the paper will go. Okay. Let me actually do a flip or something here. And then this is going to actually be pocket part. So that'll go into a journal like that. But we have to fix this. I love the glue. Love it. I think as long as there was no pressure on it, it would be fine. I think that it's going to stick well. It grabs really well. It just doesn't have the ability to take the stress of the fold. Plus, with all this paper on here, it's really thick in the envelope, so it's a little bit more stress on that paper. So I'm just going to add some art glitter glue on there to kind of help it take that. I probably could have added some more of that and it glue stick and it held, but I don't want it to get so stressed out that it tears. So we will just do this. Of course, my finger's sticking to it. Anyway, I think that's going to do just fine. Everything else is holding beautifully. So I'm going to call this I'm going to call it a win. I like it. I really do. I honestly think it's just where adding all the papers in, this becomes very thick and it's a stressful curve, you know, when you do the fold, and paper naturally just wants to pop up. So the glue wasn't able to hold it, but so far everything else is great. I would definitely say go to the Dollar Tree and pick it up. I'm going to look on Amazon too to see if I can find it there. I don't know how old this stuff is. I don't recall ever seeing it before. It may be new. It may be an older product. I'm not sure. I've got to do a little bit more research to it. But anyway, if your Dollar Tree has some, get some. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I most definitely am not. I think that turned out really well. So we have that for a pocket. I may end up doing just like maybe a little flip for this, because that was just, I like seeing the candies in there. I didn't want anything to cover that. And a pocket, once it's sewn in, it's not going to extend past this. So yay! So we've got a little bit of time. Let's do something else. We want to use these to make journaling cards, so to go in our envelope, right? So let's go ahead and cut this Santa Claus out. To try and make sure he's pretty much even Stevens. Got some good scraps. This will be good for going onto a page. And let's go ahead and do the Santa as well. Let's clean him up just a little bit here. I don't think it's the paper. I think it's the way that I've got the image on the paper where it's just off of the littlest bit. close enough to perfect. We're going to ink it up. It'll be fine. This is just 110-pound cardstock from Amazon. Again, I want to make sure I get these edges really well. That's what's going to pop loose when it's under stress. Go ahead and do this one too. And I'm just going to get these as close to the edge as I can. Less cutting that way. Save ourselves a little trouble. Over there. And give it a good varnish. I'll go ahead and work on these cut out. You could bend that over and use that too, especially if you were doing a flip with these. I think I will go ahead and just round the corners on these. This gets a little too sharp. Let's go through and give them an inking. And I like to ink both sides of mine just to give it that really aged look. Even take some antique linen to the inside there. Time to get rid of this sponge. It is leaving little tag-alongs everywhere. Okay. So I have this. Yep, little tag-alongs everywhere, getting everywhere. We could get both of those in there, no problem. Could be a thing too. Can take some washi tape and create a little fold with that one. Or just have a paper clip and clip it on. For now, we will just do that. Journal back here. Lots of cool things we could do with it. Alright guys, if you like this video, be sure to give it a like, thumbs up there, and subscribe. And again, thanks for stopping by.